says I'm gonna die after the review.
Because of how awesome this movie was?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Woo!
Welcome to Immediate Review, where we see a movie in theaters and review it immediately. We're joined today with, what's your name today?
Person A.
Person A, okay. Person A in the background. She joined us for this review. We just saw Countdown. It's not The Countdown, it's Countdown. So, yeah.
Can I go first on this
Yeah,
one?
do it.
Man. Alright, so we knew this movie was going to be bad. And, we even wanted to start with like a troll, but pretending we liked it. But, we kind of did like it, honestly. But
All the wrong
not, yeah, all the wrong reasons. Wow, this movie was so ridiculous, but really fun. And, if you don't know, it's about a cell phone app that tells
Literally
you
haunted.
when you're gonna die. And yeah, a few unfortunate people are gonna die very soon by unfortunate circumstances, a la Final Destination.
Not as cool.
And not as elaborate. It's more like a guy who's not a Grim Reaper comes out and grabs you.
Yeah, it's like Final Destination, but like you opt into it. You have to sign the user agreements for the Final Destination. It's not just like everyone's up for grabs.
So like there were three primary emotions I was feeling, which is like having a blast and enjoying it as like the thrill of enjoying it as a so bad it's good movie. Like general like sink my head in my hands depression over the state of the horror genre. But then I think about, movies like The Lighthouse and Midsommar and I feel better, but still I just can't believe it's still happening. And like
Yeah.
I was surprised how many people were in this audience.
Yeah, there were little kids. I sat next to like a fucking like 10-year-old girl who like
And-
kept asking her mom why we were laughing.
And like at like Blumhouse at this rate is just fucking.
Was this Blumhouse?
No.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yeah,
it's
it was.
STX.
Yeah, I
STX
thought it
films.
was STX. Yeah.
What? Yeah, I
It's
thought it had
STX
Blumhouse
films.
at the beginning.
Blumhouse.
Oh, there were just all Blumhouse previews before.
It was just the
Well,
Black Christmas preview.
regardless, still kind of supports my point that they're just kind of assimilating horror movies. And this felt just like a Blumhouse movie, and I still
Yeah.
mistook it for one. But like, I don't know. We might get more into that later, but I just feel like the Blumhouse brand is getting stale and
Oh, yeah.
is infecting the way other movies are made too. I don't know. Shitty horror movies have always existed. But at the same time, this was really fun. Like, I don't know. So person number one, you want to go next?
It's person A. First of
Person A.
all. Peter, you can go next.
Okay. So I did have a blast watching this movie. I laughed pretty much every single scene. There was something hilarious to laugh about, whether it was trying to do it intentionally or trying to like be serious and it just ends up being fucking awful, which made it really funny at the same time. But yeah, the movie itself is like, when you watch the trailers, like we made parodies of just like, ooh, like haunted cell phone app, and that's literally what it fucking is.
I fucking hate haunted modern tech of any kind.
Yeah.
The haunted YouTube app, the haunted VHS
No,
tape.
yeah, it's
Like-
literally, it's doomed to go into the rack of like shitty fucking horror movies like Unfriended and fucking The Dark Web fucking movie and like, I don't know, movies like The Nun and like all those fucking
This was
crazy Nun
still more
movies.
enjoyable than those.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think this is gonna have. I think it might have a so bad it's good place in the future.
Yeah.
I really do. It's fucking hysterical, and like everyone has a cell phone. It's universal.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone.
But yeah, I definitely have some things I wanted to comment about the movie in general. For the most part, there are shots in this movie that are reused multiple times.
There was one part
like-
where they literally flipped the image of her pushing the cart. It was the same goddamn image of the wheel. It was a
Yeah.
little close up of a dirty wheel.
Well, and like
And they just flipped the image again.
and every character, when they experience like the hauntings or whatever, these hallucinations or whatever the fuck.
Oh, you mean when
Like,
it's just cutting back
Yeah,
to the
like
same
where
shot?
it'll literally be like they look at something and they see like it's either like a camera monitor or like a reflection in a mirror or fucking something else, and they look and they see this cloaked figure, and then they turn around slowly. And they're
They
not
don't
there.
see him. He's
And
not
they
there.
turn around.
And he's
he-
there.
And no, then he's not there.
Oh, you're right.
And then they turn around and he's not there. And then they turn around and then he is there again, and then jump scare.
Oh.
And they do that 4 fucking times, and they also do different stuff where
More
like
than that.
a person will like a bathroom curtain. They close a bathroom curtain and then they look back at the mirror and then
Ring!
pan back and it's closed. And then, like her sister like closes the door and then turns back around and like the door is wide open and she crawls under the bed, and it's just like there's so much shit that this movie does, and it honestly it felt like it was actually parodying itself.
It did, and
Like-
I feel really bad that some people's theater experience was ruined, but like this is just an objectively terrible movie that is just like so cookie cutter and
Yeah.
just like it really does feel like a parody and just like
Yeah, I was legitimate because like there are certain scenes like the cell phone guy, like where he total fucking parody of things where he literally is just like a haunted cell phone. Now that's fucking dumb. That's fucking stupid. Like an app that tells you that you're gonna die. Like that's
I mean-
like it's just totally making fun of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
and whatnot, and making fun of the audience too. Where it's just like seem to have hooked you guys
Yeah, seem to have
and
you
whatnot.
guys.
And it's just shit like
Hooked
that.
us.
Just made me feel like this movie was literally like, let's make a stupid ass shitty horror
PG-13 movie.
that is gonna definitely suck, and we're gonna spend a fucking $1 million on
So-
it, and we're gonna make $100 million, and fucking there you go. Like,
I think so. I got that vibe from the audience in general. Like I see PG-13 horror movies at home. I don't go to PG-13 movies in
Yeah.
theaters a lot. And when we got there and it's all like a bunch of teenagers and little kids and some parents, and I'm just like, oh shit.
yeah, this is one I felt like we really needed to go to because we were gonna go see it last week, but I had to cancel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so we planned to go again. And
Dude,
yeah.
I'm glad we did it. It was hilarious. 3 people were talking a lot, and it was fine for this movie.
Yeah, I laughed more at their commentary than I was upset at it. Like at the beginning, I was like, okay, but like they made some good quips.
They were
and-
talking way too much though. Like if they
Yeah.
talk like that during other movies,
Yeah, I'd be
I do
pissed.
not want to sit
But
next
this
to
movie
them.
was okay with. It was okay.
Yeah, but we were laughing. They were the talkers. We were the laughers. Like
Yeah.
every cinematic technique that this movie tried to manipulate us with was fucking hilarious. And I think that's what people don't understand a lot of times when we
Yeah.
do laugh. Like,
Why we're laughing.
like
We're like, what? That's not funny. Nothing funny's happening. It's like you don't understand why it's funny.
Yeah.
yep, exactly.
It's the cliches, because it's basically cliche the movie. Like horror cliche the movie.
Yeah.
Semi self-aware of that fact.
or
But
just
not totally.
yeah, or just having a character appear out of nowhere who's a priest at a hospital eating donuts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
eating cake.
Yeah, it's some quote about, yeah, that's not God's plan, and it's just a quick zoom on him, and it's like, where did he come from? He came out of nowhere. That's fucking hilarious.
And then, what is this priest's purpose in the movie? To point them to another, priest.
To the cool priest.
Yeah.
To the priest who orders Grubhub, smokes pot, would probably really dig Kanye's new album, and
In
is
IMAX.
way into demons, and definitely watches Supernatural.
Yeah.
Like, I
And-
guarantee book reading and Supernatural is where he got most of his demonology
Yeah.
knowledge.
And another thing that makes it so funny to watch is the plot is like so scatterbrained. Like it never really understands what it's trying to get you to focus on. It's like, are we trying to focus on like the dread of a character experiencing people either kill themselves or die from an app? Are we experiencing them being upset that they're gonna die? Are we experiencing hauntings? A weird fucking doctor molestation thing? A weird fucking cover-up
this
thing?
movie turns into a sexual harassment at work revenge movie,
Yeah, and that, like...
which...
There's like 3 climaxes, like one where like they're fucking like, you know, like have their confrontation, and she's like building up, and they like the guy dies, and then she goes to the doctor and is like, ooh, I'm gonna try to like seduce him and grab his dick and whatnot.
I
and
spit on your grave. I
Yeah,
whispered that
I
to
spit
Sydney
on
like
your
3 times. I was like, she's really gonna spit on your grave him. Yeah, she's like spitting on your grave him. I can't fucking believe this.
It was just like.
And he didn't fall for it. I mean, I hate to be on his side for a millisecond, but when he was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Oh, thank God! At least the movie's not
Yeah, he's
gonna."
not.
And then eventually he does, I guess. So
yeah.
it has its cake and eats it too. But
Yeah, it,
like,
turns into this.
it acknowledges that the situation that her trying to do that is ridiculous.
And yeah, it's like this whole fucking weird, you know, like sexual assault conspiracy thing, and then the second climax with her fighting him, and then the third climax with them, like defeating the demon. I guess.
What'd you think about the how the doctor office sexual
Okay,
like
well, first of
harassment
all,
thing? I
he's
thought it was
like-
sloppy as shit, but
He was the creepiest fucking creep ever. I don't know how nobody's reported him before. How he hasn't been fucking
he
fired.
was
like,
too
he's
over
an
the top.
Obvious, over the top, hair sniffing, like
the,
touching in front of other people. Fucking creep.
Literally,
Like,
the second
hands
that
down.
they were inside the office, and the guy's like, "This lady's been in a coma for years," I was like, "This is gonna turn into a rape," and it fucking does.
no,
like,
no, it doesn't though. That's what's
He tries to take it
I mean,
there, and
you
then
know-
she pushes him away, and then he accuses her.
well, no, it's like sexual assault, sexual harassment. But
well, yeah,
like,
but she yells at the end like, "You're a rapist!" Fuck.
she said rapey.
like,
But that's what I thought was funny is I was like, okay, I've seen a lot of like she has like a crowbar and she's ready to like kill him, and I'm like, workplace office sexual harassment revenge horror. It's a new genre.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue. Sorry.
Well, just like he's like so over the top, and it takes so long for somebody else to come forward, and then by the end of the movie, it's like, yeah, there were all these other women. No fucking duh. I doubt there's any
duh.
woman that he works with that he hasn't harassed. So how the hell is he still like how why are they believing him when he's saying that
Oh,
she's
but
the
he
one
got there first, and everyone
harassing
knows.
him, and then everyone knows the first person to speak is
Yep.
no.
Yep.
He's fucking creepy, over the top, like obviously touching her in front of it, like from the very beginning.
Yeah, who's
I
the
got,
rapist? The doctor with all the power, or the
sexual,
recently?
Dr.
Sorry, continue.
McCreepy vibes immediately, like, oh, he sexually assaulted her at like the first scene. Great. Like, this is not gonna turn out awesome, is it? No, it sure's not.
It was ham-fisted as shit, and like I was so. At first, I thought it was just there to villainize him. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's a fucking creepy ass douchebag, and then it like becomes this plot point, and I'm like, okay, and then it's like, oh, we have to try to kill him because he fucking sexually assaulted me at work, so we're okay with killing him, and then the demon's gonna get him instead. And
But then the demon's like, no, you can't kill the douchebag, so you don't even get the satisfaction of like, okay, well, he was an awful dude. So
oh
like,
yeah, what happened to him? I can't remember
He
actually.
goes to jail. So at least you get the satisfaction later for like a split second when you see an article on her phone where she's like, oh yeah, he went to jail.
I had
She
to be
didn't
so
get in trouble
negative,
for
but in
trying
real
to
life, he
kill
wouldn't
him.
go to jail.
She didn't get in trouble for trying to kill him, despite the
Unfortunately.
fact that he already built a case against her, and like they could have like said something important about like, you know, how society frames those things and rape culture and all that. But of course they fucking didn't, because there's no way this movie's gonna say anything important at all.
I mean, and
At
honestly,
all.
that
This
kind of
movie is not here to do
no,
that.
the kind of
Not here
movie
to
that
say
needs to
anything
say
important.
that needs to focus on that, not like.
Not be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is also happening.
But yeah, it was huge. I would like to say on a positive note though, I really liked the design for the creature they had in this. I thought it was pretty fucking cool, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, it was like a fucked up zombie Dementor. Like, I thought it was, like, I could see, like, a generation of kids, like, being scared by that, and us
Yeah, I
ruining
got
it for them.
like a dried out zombie Davy Jones from
Yeah, like the big old hands and, like...
tentacle beard.
Yeah, I got like Slenderman Dementor vibes.
One of the guys who was talking just went like, "This is just like Slender Man," like really loud. Or Bye Bye Man, Bye Bye Man.
His fingers, he has like the little slender fingers, but then he's got like a Dementor, like he's like dressed like the Grim Reaper from far away, but then you see him up close and he's not like the Grim Reaper. I don't know. And it's supposed to be like death is like haunting them, but it's not death, it's a demon because they didn't follow the code of death. So like who exactly are they making the contract with in the first place if it's a curse, and like they end up fucked over if they break the contract and don't
Yeah,
follow to their
let's talk
fate.
about some of the plot holes. Peter,
Okay,
dive into
okay.
that.
So I've been wanting to talk about this.
There are a lot.
The app doesn't make any fucking
User
sense.
agreement,
Like,
fucking.
okay, for one, the user agreement thing, like, okay, so you're not supposed to use information from the app to change your fate. Okay, so that's great. When you do it, he's allowed to start haunting you. Okay, that's totally fucking fine. All right. So the demon is like an ancient Catholic fucking demon, and it's based off of some witch that pulls a scroll down in front of people, and it has the app on it basically, and it shows when they're gonna
Who
die.
moderates it? That's
And
what I
then-
want to know.
Yeah,
Damn it.
and so the biggest problem with it becoming an app is the idea of like your fate can easily be changed when it comes to like time travel
How
and
does it
whatnot.
know everything?
Yeah, it's like when you download the app and you like put in your information, it's like, all right, that set timeline that you're at right now when you die, that's when you're gonna die. And if you make any changes into that, like at all, like let's say there's 90 years ahead of you, and if you don't make the exact choices that you were going to make in that moment, regardless of anything, you're gonna get haunted by this thing for however fucking long until those 90 years are up, and then you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's very
right?
deterministic. There's
And-
no free will.
And so putting it into an app mass produces this, right? So hundreds, thousands
Oh.
of people are downloading it.
By the way, its origins are it used to be Gypsy Scrolls, and later they updated it.
Yeah.
So.
So it's an app, it's getting mass produced and whatnot. If any one of the people who just so happen to download it, just so happen to like get into a random car accident, somebody murders them, something happens that isn't along the lines of the app, the curse is completely fucking broken, and the app, like, it goes to
But
it shows
that's-
that it tries to intervene.
That's supposed to be their
if-
path, though. Ooh.
Yeah, that's supposed to be how you break the curse. But like it like tries to intervene to
So-
prevent the breaking of the curse. So is it constantly doing that?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
terms
Just
of
like so busy trying to prevent that. And how is it in so many places at once? Because I'm assuming lots of people die every second, and lots of people
Yeah.
download apps, and lots of people are stupid. So like how like if it's not Satan and it's just one demon, like
Yeah,
he's busier
it's
than
like a
fucking
rogue
Santa Claus.
demon. What killed me is how she stops the demon or whatever is she kills herself. So it's like she's the first person who killed herself, like
please.
before the
I'm
clock ran
sorry,
out.
if Gen Z
Nobody
is gonna
else
be-
ever did that,
Yeah.
ever. Like,
and yeah, that's another thing. It's like any one person could have like died unexpectedly, like in a way that the app didn't predict, and the curse is broken,
But
like
the
without
demon tries
anything.
to-
and how do they even know? They straight up admit he's like, I mean, maybe, yeah.
And like how they fucking introduced the app in this movie, like literally
Oh, the
within
segue
so
exposition is
dumb.
horrible,
it's
dude.
like within fucking a minute of the movie starting, they're already downloading the app and fucking doing it, and it's like,
Oh, and the countdown to skinny and the whole I only eat 1,200. It was like
yeah, like it's
so
called
fucking
what's
dumb.
the app called? Countdown,
Countdown
to
to
Skinny.
Skinny.
Is it
Oh, is it
this
Countdown?
one?
I was like-
Countdown?
It's a death claw.
You want to
Yeah,
you want to develop
actually-
these here 9 characters while you're at it. It's like,
If you want to get
Alright.
technical, that countdown to skinny app that's like basically telling you to starve yourself is kind of similar to this countdown app in a way.
Yeah,
Alright,
they'll kill you in
so-
a different way.
Yes.
So yeah,
other plot holes. There were a lot. man.
I mean, yeah, it's like I don't know.
Every character acts completely against like everything that they know.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of stuff where it's like
You
lights turn off, something moves in the background.
Yep.
Better go check it out.
Better go check it out.
They
My
do
God.
that a lot.
Everybody checks it out. Everybody, not one person.
Every
in the
bad
movie
horror
is aware.
cliche that even the 90s didn't
Yep.
do made a
And
comeback in this.
This is even after they're aware that it's a demon, how it's working, etc. Like the one dude, the Matt dude, is such a fucking gullible.
I know,
shit.
right?
Like the whole time he knows the demon's haunting him, but he's like, "Oh, it's my brother. I'm just gonna go follow him." And hey, there's a weird kid in the bathroom. I'm just gonna go figure out what he's doing. Hey, he's walking through the stalls, obviously haunted. He's not gonna get the fuck out of
He's
the bathroom.
never seen Evil Dead or It,
He's
obviously.
never seen any fucking movie ever, and he just like goes towards it. It's like, seriously, dude. Well, and of course they have to kill him. Like, 'cause
Oh,
he's
that
the
was one of
one
my
black guy in the
favorite
movie.
lines when he died, and she was like, "It's okay. It was his time."
Yeah.
He runs off. I'm like,
See, I feel
what?
Like, I feel like that was meta on the part of the screenwriters, and that's totally a like, see, we killed the black guy because it's a horror
It
movie.
He didn't die
Yeah,
first though,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
But he's
I don't know.
Black power.
that's not. Okay. Let's see. The main character. How was our main character? Were we enthralled by her?
I mean, she was a fucking blonde girl.
She was a
Who we
blonde
know
girl.
She's a
nothing
blonde
about,
girl
that
nurse.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse and she has family troubles. And the fucking
Her mom's
family
dead.
troubles in this were done so goddamn
Yeah,
bad.
like when it cut to a picture. There's an example of like a cinematic technique that we laughed at when it's just like her looking sad. She opens a drawer and her birth certificate just so happens to be
I
there.
know, right?
Cut to
Oh,
her
story,
looking at a picture, like a happy family picture. We can't help but laugh at this stupid shit.
Yeah, and the fact that she's just like, oh, I have to find my birth certificate. Oh, I think I know where it's at.
I think I know it's
just
It's
like
under a
it's
drawer
the
under
first-
nostalgic sentimental
yeah.
pictures and
And
Yeah, my
and
mom was terrible at filing. She really didn't know how to keep shit together.
oh, here it is.
and like in terms of like a movie doing the like troubled family because of a death was fucking, it did it so bad. If
So
anybody
bad.
is still watching this and wants to see a good rendition of that, of a movie done this year, go see Crawl. It's excellent and it's done fucking
I haven't
really
seen
well.
it, so
But yeah, Crawl. It's really good. It's about crocodiles. You'll fucking love it. It's great. Way better than this one. But this one was more fun than that one was. That one's like more like, awesome creature feature, cool horror. This one's
hey,
like
this isn't a
laughable.
Crawl review.
All right.
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
just saying.
I'm kidding.
people
Go
need to
on.
Go see that.
I'm kidding.
So yeah, I mean, I'm like, if you want to go see Countdown, if you love laughing at just shitty ass horror movies and want to go see something, go check this out.
Oh, I
It's
say go and haul your ass off.
Yeah,
And
it's a
other
blast.
people started. A few people I noticed were laughing
we
along.
won the crowd over, man. The majority of the
Certainly
crowd was
was.
on our side in terms of like how funny it was, because there's always something about watching something that you might not understand the humor of, but if you're with somebody who does, it makes it like just that much funnier because you're kind of catching like what they're like the humor that they're finding in it and whatnot. I don't know. I always like doing
even
that.
if not,
What?
mirror neurons will make you laugh too.
Yeah,
Enough people are
exactly.
laughing.
What'd you think about the sound
brain's
design,
tricky.
Peter? How was it?
The sound design, I mean, it was fucking average. Like,
It was-
it liked to do, the fucking.
I thought it was below average
Yeah, I
because
mean,
average is normally good. This one
mean-
like had some audio dropouts and shit. I
Yeah, it was
noticed.
just like, it was a fucking shitty horror movie, like it had the quiet parts, and then like it'd have the app make a fucking dumbass notifications sound that was loud as shit.
Yeah, just
Fucking-
nobody put their app notification sounds on silent. in
Yeah,
this,
it's,
or
no, you
vibrate.
can't do that because it's cursed. You
Oh,
know,
oh,
you
yeah,
can't.
I guess, yeah.
You gotta,
Use
you
that
gotta
app
listen
I
to
So
it.
cursed
that's
you
really
with.
inconvenient. Like, imagine being at a movie and that shit. goes
Yeah,
off.
exactly. It's like, yeah. And,
Everybody hates you.
I can't wait for version 2.0.
And yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it
God,
didn't
the
it didn't
sequel
do it didn't do any like sound build up to generate horror. Or
There
tension.
were a few jump scares where I was like, "Why was you didn't do anything?"
Yeah,
Like,
and like literally that it just relies on that. It only relies on the fact that like when it's not jump scaring you, it's funny, and that's the movie. So sound design itself is like it was bare bones. It did exactly what any other fucking horror movie that doesn't really need to try does.
this felt like a student film, honestly. This felt almost like an experimental, like, here guys, make this movie, and it's like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, it was just like here's a video project for your fucking
there was a
production,
particularly
class.
like lifeless yet tongue-in-cheek quality to it. Like the
Yeah.
people who made it didn't care and didn't like it.
But that like made it.
But
better.
they had to because they needed to graduate. I don't know.
Yeah.
But somehow them not caring seemed to make it better because it just highlighted how funny everything ultimately was without intending to be. I think.
I'll watch it again, honestly. Not
I'd
in
watch it
theaters,
again,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna watch it again and laugh. All right, so should we? Any last words about?
Acting was not great.
Acting was
No,
horrible.
acting was
Like,
bad.
just like basic stuff from movies. Cinematography didn't do anything special. It was pretty much just jump scares. There was like
It looked like every other like slightly muted,
Hey,
like
at least it wasn't shot on a phone.
fucking technically well shot Blumhouse movie. Like
Yeah.
it looks exactly like all the others. It's not Blumhouse, I know, but it looks like them.
Although I will remind you that Get Out is Blumhouse.
Yeah, I know, but
There
every
can
once
be-
in a while, someone with a vision jumps on board.
And the
And
next
this movie was not
And
it.
the next movie he made was not with Blumhouse, so he
Yeah.
obviously did everything he could. to
Jason
fucking
Blum was
get
like a
away.
producer, but yeah, us was not full on.
Yeah. So yeah. Go check it out. It's a fun movie. It's awful, but it's fun. You'll laugh. It's great. Go check it out.
It really is. There's not a dull moment. There were a lot of times where I wanted to go to the bathroom, and I was just like, "Oh, this is getting more and more hilarious." And it wasn't until the nurse was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna do a stupid subplot where the guy went there and told her that he raped her first. Okay, I'm gonna leave."
No, yeah. And when I came back, I basically just said exactly that, and you were like, yeah.
like I just knew.
Okay.
Person, last words on it.
I mean, if you know anything about movies and you want to go like laugh at something, like if you enjoy so bad they're good movies, then go see it. If you're looking for something that's actually genuinely good, then I'd say probably avoid it. If you're like one of those people that's like, oh no, I don't like.
Some people are easily fooled.
And then if you're a dumbass who already likes this shit anyway, you'll probably eat it up too, because
That's
there are a
true.
couple of those people.
It's very true. I doubt they're watching this video though.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna hate it a lot more. I ended up having a blast. I thought
Yeah.
it was gonna be like the dullest dull shit ever.
Yeah, we've been talking shit on it like all week. And
Yeah.
just like this is gonna be so bad.
Yeah,
like
no, that's
almost
the
as
only
much as
reason I
Gemini
wanted to
Man
come
when we
tonight
were
was 'cause it was
for talking
so
shit,
bad.
but Gemini Man was way worse than this. This is way more fun than Gemini Man.
All right,
Uh,
trailers.
We're gonna move to trailers now.
How about U, N, D, E,
Underwear.
R, W, A,
Underwear?
T,
Oh.
E, R, underwater, underwater.
You mean
Underwater.
Alien?
A-
All of the Alien movies in the entire
Alien-
franchise except for the Versus films, but under the sea.
Under the Sea with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, careful, man. We'll get
As long as
demonetized.
Oh,
T.J.
shit.
Miller dies, I don't care.
Yeah, this movie, I mean, it looks interesting. Like, it's got T.J. Miller in it, but it, I don't know if it's gonna try to do, because it seems like it's just gonna do the whole, like, we're in the ocean and it's dark,
And it's like space, guys.
people can be there's like buoyancy, so things can be in any direction. But if any of you guys have ever like heard of or played the game Soma, it kind of feels like that, where instead of like dealing with like the existential like robot stuff, it's more dealing with just like the crushing dark depths of like the ocean and like the horrific sense of darkness and like how vast the ocean is. But is it going to be good or scary? I don't know.
Also, my guess is Cthulhu. That's my guess. Based
That-
on what I've seen.
Man,
Cthulhu is the twist.
How many people have been asking for an amazing Lovecraftian horror story for like years?
Yeah, you know,
Like,
they're
and
always like quasi. They're never like
They always
directly
reference-
based on his tales.
Yeah.
It's like
Guillermo del Toro does a
inspired.
lot of,
And
like,
even then, like inspired by, man, I don't feel like we've gotten a good, like, you know, I mean, honestly, The Lighthouse is the closest one that I could relate
There's
to,
like From Beyond.
Lovecraftian.
There's some good '80s ones.
Well, I mean, recently.
yeah,
that's
not-
what I'm
not
talking
recently.
about. Like, I'd say The Lighthouse is like the closest one that I could think that might be in the style of like Lovecraftian horror, at least insanity wise. But yeah, anyways.
Continue though.
Yeah,
What do you think of
Underwater.
Underwear?
I already said.
You done?
I'm done.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about it.
Do you have anything else to say
Alien,
about?
Underwater and Cthulhu is gonna be the twist.
We've talked enough about Knivs out. I think.
Ryan
Why
Johnson,
do they keep
dumb
advertising
movie.
that Ryan Johnson like it's a good thing?
Oh, you haven't
Stop
done it in
it.
person though.
Stop it!
Yeah, she has.
No, she was in character.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, she's
I'm
still in
just
character.
kidding.
She's person A today.
My interest in Knives Out has been like, at first I was like just lukewarm, like, meh, looks like a movie I'd check out. And then I was like, okay, looks like it could be good. I'm sad Ryan Johnson's directing it. Then I was like, oh, this looks not great. And now I'm just like, this looks like the most cookie cutter fucking
Yeah.
Wait,
formulaic thing. I called it
Guys.
Ryan Johnson presents Agatha Christie's Agatha Christie.
but guys, it's Ryan Johnson, and if he's known for anything based on Last Jedi, it's
making-
subverting your expectations.
Yeah, if I don't like it, it's because I'm just a stupid fanboy who wrote my own
No,
version of
no.
Knives
Yeah,
Out.
you're a white supremacist.
So the whole point is that it's gonna make you think one thing, and then it's gonna subvert your expectations in a stupid fucking
Yeah,
way.
just like any whodunit ever. It's like fucking.
But
It's
some
not
whodunits
anything
are
new.
clever. This is gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
None
it
of
will
it's
be.
gonna make sense. It's not gonna tie
It
into
it
anything.
might
and
be
there'll
good.
a
I don't
want
want to go full hater on
cares
it.
about.
It might be good, but I'm not excited.
Yeah, man.
The actors are phenomenal. Like, it's got a great cast. That's all. Like, the cast is amazing, and the knife thing that they showcase in his living room is masterpiece prop work. But that's about it. Everything else, the writing and all that, written and directed by Ryan Johnson, does not get me excited at all.
All right. What about we've talked about the rhythm section. What do you think about the rhythm section?
So I'm in like. What intrigues me about the trailer most is that I still have no idea what the fuck is going on.
So based on
Like,
what?
I get a basic idea, but it's like in a good way. Like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, I want to watch the movie to find out these things. Like, it doesn't spoil things. Like, I get her family died in a plane crash. There's a bomb. There's a revenge plot.
Yeah,
like,
that's
very
basically what I got
basic.
from it.
But there's like so much more in the trailer with her doing all this crazy shit, and I'm like, so what the hell is going on? So it looks interesting.
Yeah,
And
it's
it also it's hopefully a good sign that the guy who wrote the book helped work on the screenplay. So
I really want Blake Lively to be awesome in a badass movie that's popular. I don't know. I don't know if it will be popular, but
or I think he wrote. Yeah, he was the.
it seems to me like it's gonna go in a route of like, you know, revenge tale turns like, I don't know, like not coming of age, but I guess like coming, like, you know, accepting the life, you know, or finding
Grief.
your path, or-
reinventing
yeah,
your life, basically.
life
like
reinvention, something like
grieving
that.
and-
Yeah, and like moving on, because it seems like at the beginning, you know, where she, like, her family dies and whatnot, this whole thing, she's downtrodden, and then she, you know, as these people are just like, oh yeah, because that's what it seems like. Either she finds them or they find her, and they're like, hey, you were part of this. Do you want to kill some people? And she's like, oh fuck yeah. And she slowly like rebuilds her confidence and herself as she slowly kills off this list of people, and you know, kind of like a female kind of John Wick, but like rise to John Wick rather than a you know, kind of picking
yeah.
up the guns as John Wick does in his story, I guess.
And her
Oh, that's
family's
interesting.
dead, not just her dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Little
I don't know. I think John Wick cared about that dog more than most people care about their family.
I get more and more excited every time I see it.
Yeah.
I'm a little sick of the cliche of a cover song, that's a slowed down version of a cover song in a trailer.
I'm getting kind of tired of that too.
Oh,
yeah.
it's dude. Ever since what's Facebook the movie called again?
The Social Network.
The Social Network. Yeah.
So it's been almost 10 years of that.
I think it's been over 10 years. I think that came out in 2008, maybe.
I never
that
saw
came out in
it.
2010.
I could be wrong. Yeah, 2000. I don't know, around then. But that was the beginning of it, man. And I'm getting really sick of that cliche.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Black Christmas, the second remake of Black Christmas?
This trailer
Just make
screamed
an original
remake.
horror movie.
Like, it screamed remake the whole goddamn time,
I think-
man. It does not look good.
It doesn't.
The first time I saw this trailer, the first shot, I was like, "Is this a remake of Black Christmas?" Yeah. Like the first shot. That's not a good sign,
No,
movie.
it's not.
It's like they already did it, and it's like it's not. It's like got a cult subplot and shit. I don't know. Just make your own Christmas
Make
sorority
your own.
movie, but they have to ride the coattails.
Hell, it would be
Of
more
the
interesting
title.
as a maybe it could take place around Christmas, but as a horror movie focused around secret societies within like the Greek system at a college, like that could be interesting. There's a lot of fucked up stories about things like the skull and bones and all of that.
Well, and this
Like-
trailer gave away like third
Everything.
act shit. Like, yeah, it was just straight up. Yeah, it's
Carrie
the
Elwes
fuck-
is evil.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck. But,
And they redid the shot of when they discover the friend upstairs, and I'm sure it's not gonna have the same emotional weight in the original story. Spoiler alert! Basically, they're looking for their friend throughout the entire movie, and she's like up in the attic, like
Yeah.
in a chair, and there's a classic shot where they like find her and shit. And in this one, in the trailer, they redid it, and just $50 says it's just a casual death that has no meaning to the story like it does in the original film.
It's just like, you like the first one, right?
I see. At the same time, it's going for people. There were a bunch of people muttering, "Ooh, I want to see that. I want to see that." Like, I guarantee you've never heard of the original. So it's like they're both counting on people who want to see remakes, and people like us are just gonna fucking see it to burn it. But real quick, Blumhouse rant. This is definitely produced by Blumhouse. They did the newest Halloween, and they're fucking in talks to buy rights to fucking Texas Chainsaw and Friday the
No.
13th. I do not want
No.
Blumhouse to have a whole generation of the iconic slashers.
However, maybe that'll kill all
Like
the
it sounds really lame to say, but like thinking about it almost makes me tear up. Like I just don't like Blumhouse very much, and man,
Maybe they'll all get visionary directors like Jordan Peele on those projects.
maybe. But the way this Black Christmas looked is like yeesh. Like
that's the thing. Jordan Peele only went to Blumhouse because he was making an original piece.
He
So they're
wrote-
not gonna just bring him on to make some other.
Well, no,
you know,
not him specifically, because he's only he wouldn't touch that.
Well,
but
that-
like somebody like another visionary.
Well, I know, but
person
that's
like
what I
him.
mean, though. Is like, you know, these are franchises that are already solidified, and Jordan Peele made his own like original, which is different of why he would choose that.
Part of why it's better
and you know.
than all the other Blumhouse.
Someone might say, you know, oh well, there's been plenty of other shitty sequels, and it's like I know, but I just like it's the Blumhouse style. It's just they're just bland style they have that I just don't want to infect my all-time favorite slashers. Like give me other types of shitty movies with them, please. Not boring Blumhouse movies. Okay, Doc Sleep.
Okay,
This was a new trailer.
New trailer.
That showed
Stanley
a lot.
Kubrick's Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, it's like totally just fucking suckling on the tip of fucking Kubrick's dick, and does not want to do anything like on its own and whatnot. Honestly, this trailer, Ewan McGregor did not look that good in comparison to the other trailers.
They
And the other trailers, he didn't even speak like very much, and I think that's why I was like, okay, this could be good.
They recycled shots. They took one shot from The Shining, color graded it to make it look night, and like put in some CGI snow. And then they did another, the very first shot of the goddamn movie when it sweeps, and then they had the blood elevator in there.
It just made me want to go watch The Shining.
And then they recreated Danny looking up, and they recreated the twins, and like they are totally banking on The Shining, and that's the exact opposite of what I wanted from
I bet
this.
Stephen King is.
It's
so
a
pissed
Stephen
off
King
about
movie.
that.
That's all your movie needs to put asses in seats. You don't need to have like. There's the internet. Everyone on the internet will know. Like, it's fine. You don't have to fucking remind us that Stanley Kubrick made an awesome movie that's better than yours.
Seriously. Well, yeah, and it's kind of weird that this one has Stephen King's blessing, but it's sucking so hard on the teat of the film that Stephen King famously hates.
Yeah, doesn't like, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't believe he gave it clearance. All right, My Spy.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even remember this one.
That's the one about.
I'm gonna be honest about this one. This one, like, it looks like it's not gonna be a good movie, but I'd go see it.
Oh,
What?
this is the
I'd go
Batista.
see it because it looks
yeah.
like it looks like it'd be fun.
I'd click
Like,
it on
it's a
Netflix,
fun-
but no way I'd go to
Oh
theaters
no, I
to see
wouldn't go see it in
this.
theaters. I'd never go see it in theaters.
You said
but
go see it.
Whatever. If
Sure,
you were like, we're gonna go review it, I'd go see it. I'd be like, sure, yeah.
I wouldn't
But
want
it-
to.
Fine. But it looks like it's gonna be stupid and cliche, but also really like just funny.
I love
like,
Dave by Cameron. I don't think.
Batista.
Yeah,
It's
Batista.
Drax. So
He's
the whole
great.
time it's just Drax teaching a little kid shit, and a little kid teaching Drax.
I'm
Yeah.
just
And it's
over
so
that
cliche
genre. I'm
and
so
dumb.
done with it.
But at the same time, it's like I don't know. The
I never thought
actress
Drax
who's in it
was
is
too
great, and it's just I don't know. It looked like the trailer made me laugh, and I was like, this is gonna be a dumb movie, but it would probably be fun and funny.
I never thought Drax as a character is very funny.
Oh, I love
at all.
Drax, man. He's my
I'm-
favorite,
I'm-
but I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I'm not. I just don't know. I went and saw Stuber. I saw it with a client, and
Oh, so you've already seen him lead a
you've seen
movie,
him.
yeah,
and
and
you
it
are in
was
no
like,
mood to see
I'm
that
not-
again.
I don't need it, dude. I don't need that type of shit in my life. Okay, there's this time you can't get back.
I'm just
Uh,
like, it's one of those things. I agree with the whole message that the movie's trying to get across. Get in touch with your inner child and fucking
See,
all
I don't
that
care about
shit.
the message. It
I don't
just
want to
looks
watch
like
that
it would
movie.
be-
I don't know
it
why.
I don't know. I had a good time watching the trailer. It was a similar feeling to all of Countdown, where it was like, yeah, this is stupid and cliche, but for some reason, it's
Now
funny.
it's got that. It's because we grew up with those kind of '90s and 2000s
Yeah,
movies.
it like has those like things where you like recognize it, and it's like, that's funny because it's like,
All it needed was narration.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
It's like My Spy.
let's start.
He needed.
I really liked 21 Bridges. Looks pretty damn good.
So yeah, the first time I saw this trailer, I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a, we gotta stop these cop killer type thing. But now it's starting to look more like cop killers and police corruption, like inner cops killed other cops for some sort of reason, and this guy is getting put on the case, but gets like too close, he's too bold of a cop, and is gonna get these cop killers, and the cop killers are actually cops, and it's gonna just dismantle the whole system, man, from the inside, man, and it's gonna be a black man that's gonna do it. We need a new type of protagonist. Oh wait, that's a different movie.
That's a Christopher Nolan now.
For real though, I'm down to watch Chadwick Boseman lead this movie, and I think it looks like a good 90s action movie. Like, it's got all those 90s clues, like, we need to shut down the bridge, like, check the fucking grid on the wall, and like, it's
Shut
got,
down the tunnels.
yeah, shut down it's got all those cliches, and I'm just like, honestly, it kind of looks good.
I mean, I'll take it
It
with a
probably
grain of
isn't.
salt from the Avengers, the visionary.
Is it
director.
directed by Joe and Anthony
Yeah,
Russo?
yeah. It's made. So I believe
No, it's
written.
directed by someone else. I
It's
saw it in the
produced.
credits.
It's just
So,
produced.
yeah, produced by
They
them.
just slap their names on there to be like, go see it, because
I
the
mean,
Endgame guys.
wouldn't you though? Like
No.
if you just released like the biggest fucking like
Oh,
literally
slap name on everything?
yeah, just like you released the biggest fucking budgeted movie ever and made the most money out of any movie ever in the history of forever.
I'm pretty sure Avatar's still got to beat.
You tattoo your own name on your own dick. You know you would. Like, you know, I don't like the guy's movies and I haven't enjoyed a majority of them, but you know what? They are fucking millionaires and they are fucking doing it, and hell yeah, they deserve to tattoo their names
You know what
on
else?
their dicks.
You know what else they directed?
The Community?
They directed a fuckload of Community, man. They did.
So
Yeah.
much-
Like they've been
That's why so many
season
people
1
from
through
Community
6.
are-
They directed like most episodes throughout the season. So
Yeah.
put that in your fucking ad and make a fucking Community movie already. All
Yeah,
right.
Well,
seriously.
immediate
This is a
review
movie.
fan. Yeah.
Oh wait, you didn't say what you think about 21 Bridges. Go.
I'm just really excited to see J. Jonah Jameson as the chief of Black Panther.
That was another 90s cliche. I bet he has to turn in his badge and shit
Yeah.
too.
Well, immediate review viewers, this review went a lot longer than we expected it to. This is like going to be one of our longest ones, and it's for the fucking movie.
That's what happens.
But anyways, we'll see you guys next time.
Woo!